Well, welcome, Crazy Christmas Crew fans. This is Jeremy, and I figured I'd utilize this time before Christmas really kicks into effect to go step by step and make a series of videos about Light-O-Rama and about their hardware and software. The first video we're going to hit on will be about purchasing the software and which software to use. Some of you might already be past this step, but for those have had some questions about what product to get and where to get it at, this video will basically tell you and show you what to look for and where to go. By just doing a simple search for Light-O-Rama, you'll come up with the Light-O-Rama website. Obviously, this is a great spot. This is where I started to get a lot of information. There's a lot of cool products here, a lot of training information as well on what to do. Also, there is a lot of there's some contests that you can enter, and a little backstory about behind me is I actually went here, bought 2 controllers my first year, entered into the lighting contest, won the first year's lighting contest for 32 channels or under, and they gave me a store credit enough to buy 2 more boxes, and then which I am at right now, which is 64 channels. And it's been a couple of years. I haven't added to my system. I would like to, but I haven't yet. So basically, I just went to the Light-O-Rama website, started poking around, but when we come over here to controllers and click on here, it'll actually bring up a drop down panel, and we can go to the residential light controller units. This is basically what most of the people that I would assume are watching my channel would go to. They do sell commercial units, which are more expensive and a little bit more beefy. They can handle more amperage, but from my opinion, especially with everything going more LED anyway, the residential package controllers should work just fine. This page will give you tons of information about the pros and cons and the differences between the commercial controllers and the residential controllers, and basic layout and setup for how the system works and what you will need to get your system up and running. Okay. From here, to actually purchase the controllers, we're going to go over to online store. Okay. Once we open this online store, you can come over here to the side panel here, which will give you all their products that you can order. In my opinion, this website is not set up completely user-friendly, but it is accessible. Well, let's start here with the components, and it tells you and kind of gives you a breakdown of a lot of the extra components that you can get. The one set you're going to want to have to purchase when you purchase the new set is the generic starter package. This will give you the Light-O-Rama USB to Ethernet converter, the software, and a Ethernet cable and a USB cable. This is going to be something that is required for you to use for most commercial setups to be able to run your package, unless you get additional players or controllers. Where I went is right here where it says DIY products. I am a DIY. I can do a lot of things myself, and I like to save as much money as possible. So I started surfing around. You can get these pre-packaged units. Okay, if we go right here to CTB16PC page, you have a different selection here. You have the residential package ready to go. It comes as shown in the picture, no assembly required, fully tested, and works $260, and you've got yourself ready to go. All right, you've got the section here where you have a card assembled. This is the interior section here. Fully assembled card with all options required to complete the building for a 30 amp outdoor lighting controller. If I'm not mistaken, it does not come with the case. And then you've got a bunch of different sections here where you can go save yourself some money if you want to put your board together and put it in your own box. You can do this. This is what I did. All right here, this section right here, the CTB16 PC kit complete package. Now this kit requires soldering, and you get everything you need to build a 30 amp outdoor controller. Now keep in mind, you will have to have a soldering gun. It will supply the soldering, but it's always good to have a high quality, high temperature soldering gun, some solder removing tape, or some sort of tool to remove soldering if you get extra solder somewhere or need to remove a part. It's a very tedious process, but it does come with complete instructions on what diodes and pieces go where on the board. You just have to make sure you follow this completely to the T, step by step, without skipping anything or without assuming anything, because if you're spending $185 on a unit, you don't want to assume and then turn around and find that you've wasted your money because you've put it together wrong. They are very good about, I had a buddy who put one of these together and did some damage when he put it together, and they were able to get him the replacement parts that he needed when he did make his mistake, free of charge to him. So it's very important that if you decide to take this project on, keep in mind, this is what I did to build all 4 of my boxes, that you take your time, you allocate a good workspace to do this in, and you allocate enough time to get it completed, which can take a couple hours, at least for the first one. But it comes with all the pieces and everything you need. You just need your soldering gun and some extra tools to get that done. This is where I went. So I bought these kits, and I also had to buy the starter package, which is important. Okay, and this starter package will include the software, this device right here, which is the USB 485 adapter. It also comes with an Ethernet cable and a USB cord. Now the only other equipment that you're going to need is some long USB cables, not USB, Ethernet cables. This is to tie your units, and I'll go here to demonstrate, from one unit to another. Okay, so you will need Ethernet cables to connect to the first unit and second and third and so on and so forth. Now if your units are going to be right next to each other, like some people do, fine and dandy, you can use short Ethernet cords. In my case, because I would rather run one Ethernet cord to a different part of my yard, so I don't have to run all of those extension cords to the main hub, you'll need longer Ethernet cables, and I bought, and they do sell them here, some long Ethernet cables. You can make them yourself if you're able to do that. You can go and buy them just about anywhere, but usually about 50 to 100 foot cables, depending on your setup, should be okay. Another bit of advice: when you do purchase a residential package versus a commercial package, the residential package is in a plastic PVC type cover. However, this does not have a rubber seal, so it is not completely waterproof. So it is to my suggestion that you do make sure to cover these units, whether it be with some sort of tarping material or plastic bag, or keep them covered under the eaves of your house, or whatever the case may be. Also, always mount these vertical, like shown in the picture here. If you lay them down on their back or put them upside down, the water will find their way in through the wire holes in the bottom, and you will fry your board. I've had this problem before, and just a bit of advice: you don't want to open your box up the next year to find out that one of the channels isn't working because water got into it. So with that said, this is basically your first step. Now keep in mind, Light-O-Rama does have a mailing list per se, and they do run specials, and they do have sales from time to time. So make sure you sign up for sales alerts. There it is right there. They usually have a big sale coming up very soon, and they do have a sale that comes where if you purchase during this particular time period, they pick a handful of people to give all the product, whatever they purchased, away for free. So it's kind of like a giveaway. I have had to deal with customer service with Light-O-Rama, and I'll say that they've been extremely easy and pleasant to work with. Their products have been very good, so I suggest them. Now, there's other places that you can get this product. Wow Lights is another one which I've never used. I've been to their website, but I've never purchased anything from them. But they do have a bunch of accessories, including the Light-O-Rama kits as well, that you can purchase here. All right, so really good place to go, and a lot of cool things to find out. There's a lot of the RGB devices, the floodlight packs, the RGB ribbons, a lot of cool stuff that's here, that's right here for you. If you can find it cheaper somewhere else, there's a good chance that you will be able to. But if nothing more, you can get a lot of cool information right here on the website at lightorama.com. Hope this video helps. Stay tuned for new videos to come. Our next video will be to hitting on the setting up the software. I want to touch base on one thing here. When it comes to the software, you can easily purchase, and not even purchase, just download the demo version of the software right from the website, and you can actually start programming your software, your program, before you get your product. You can start programming next year's stuff here now before you even spend a dime. So you can download it, you can do all the programming. However, you cannot actually move forward to actually run the show. So it'll let you program everything and do everything, but it will not let you sync up to actually run the show without buying the licensing software, which is included in that starter package. That starter kit includes the software package. But if you're thinking about buying something through Light-O-Rama, you can go ahead and download this now and play around with it, see how it works. And I will be starting on my next video about the software and setting it up and how to use it step by step. Also, one last little bit of advice before I go: make sure that you don't hesitate on purchasing your equipment. It does take a week or two to get it. And you want to, if you're thinking about doing, I mean, it's July 2nd now, today, and if you wanted to do a show for this year, it would be and you're new to it, definitely buy it sooner than later. Don't wait until November comes around to buy your product, because you will not have it up and programmed and ready to go, at least the way you might want to do it, in time. Start early and go ahead and bite the bullet and get some of the product ordered now, so you're not in a rush to get it completed. So stay tuned, more videos to come. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.